You are almost never actually here. Right now, reading this, part of you is already somewhere else, thinking about what's next, what you have to do later, how this will help you get to some better version of your life. That's always just up ahead. You've probably felt it for years without ever naming it. This quiet sense that your real life hasn't quite started yet, that you're still getting ready for it, that the version of you who's finally settled, finally caught up, finally living, that person is always a little further down the road, never quite here, always almost. So you treat the present like a hallway, something to move through quickly, on your way to somewhere better. You tell yourself real life starts after this deadline, after this hard stretch, after you save a bit more, fix this one thing, get past this season. And each time you reach the marker you set, you barely notice it, because you've already moved the finish line further out. There's always a next thing you're waiting for, before you're allowed to relax and actually live. You are perpetually about to begin, always preparing, never quite arriving. Let me show you the room you've been living in. Picture a waiting room, dim, quiet, rows of plastic chairs, a clock ticking on the wall, a little counter that's supposed to call your number, and you're sitting there, coat still on, a bag on your lap, patient, ready to be called through to the next place. Because this isn't your life yet. This is just the room before your life. You're waiting to be told. It's your turn. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting until you're finally ready. And you've been sitting in this room for a very, very long time. Look at the door beside you. It's frosted glass. And through it, you can see warm light, movement, the blurred shapes of people living, laughing, eating, being close. That's the room where real life is happening. You can feel its warmth from where you sit. And every day you tell yourself, soon, when I've got things sorted, when I've earned it, when the timing is right, I'll get up and go in. For now, you wait. You keep your coat on, so you're ready to move the second your number is called. And here's what makes it so hard to see. The waiting doesn't feel like waiting. It feels like being responsible. It feels like getting ready, being prepared, doing the sensible thing. You're not lazily sitting still. You're busy, you're planning, organizing, improving, preparing. But all of that motion is happening inside the waiting room. You've become incredibly productive at getting ready for a life you never actually start living. Busy is just what waiting looks like when you can't admit that you're waiting. And slowly, without noticing, you start to make the waiting room comfortable. You bring little things to pass the time. You arrange your chair, just so. You get good at waiting, so good that you almost forget it was ever supposed to be temporary. You tell yourself, this is just for now, just until things settle. But just for now has quietly become years. You've decorated the anteroom of your life and called it living. And some part of you has stopped really expecting your number to be called at all. Notice what you're always postponing. Rest until you've earned it. Joy until the work is done. Being close to people until you're less busy. Actually enjoying what you have until you have a little more. You keep your best self, your softest self, your most present self, folded up and saved for later, for when things are finally calm and you live instead off the leftover half-attention version of you, always promising the real one will come out when the timing is right. And the cost of this is enormous, though it's almost invisible, because you never lose anything all at once. You just lose the present moment, over and over, one at a time. The dinner you didn't taste because you were planning tomorrow. The walk you didn't feel because you were solving something in your head. The years with people you loved, spent half here, always slightly braced for what came next. You didn't miss your life in one dramatic moment. You missed it in 1,000 small ones, while you were waiting for it to begin. And here's the thing you've never let yourself fully see. There is no other room. No moment is coming when someone calls your number and says, now. Now your real life may begin. This, the waiting room, the ticking clock, the ordinary dim afternoon. This is it. This is the life. The part you keep treating as the boring wait before the good part is the whole thing. You have been sitting in the anteroom of your own existence, waiting for a life that was quietly happening the entire time. So why would anyone spend their life waiting instead of living? Look back. You might find the answer. Somewhere, arriving fully got interrupted. Maybe every time things felt settled, they fell apart. So you learned not to land. Maybe you grew up somewhere unstable, where relaxing meant getting caught off guard, and staying braced, ready to move, was the only safe way to be. Waiting isn't laziness, it's a held breath. You never fully sat down in your life, because once sitting down was the exact moment it all got pulled out from under you. But look closely at that old fear, because it's costing you the very thing it was trying to protect. You stay in the waiting room, so your life can't be interrupted, can't disappoint you, can't be taken. But by refusing to fully arrive, you're not protecting your life, you're skipping it. The interruption you're bracing against might never come, but the life you're not living is being lost right now, in real time, while you sit there with your coat on, waiting for a safer moment. That safety is never actually going to send. And here's what the waiting will never let you learn. You don't get more of your life by preparing more carefully for it. You don't earn the right to be present by finishing your to-do list. Presence isn't a reward you unlock at the end. It's available now, in the dim, ordinary room you're already in. Or it isn't available at all. The people living behind that frosted door aren't more ready than you. They aren't more finished. They just stopped waiting to be called, and they stood up. So why is it so hard to just get up and walk through the door? Because standing up means admitting the door was never locked. It means the waiting was never required. That you could have walked into your life at any point. And some part of you chose the safety of the chair instead. That's a hard thing to face. It's easier to keep believing you're waiting for permission than to accept that the permission was always yours and that you were the one all along keeping yourself out. I'm not going to tell you to overhaul your whole life tonight. You can't undo a lifetime of waiting in one evening, and you don't have to. But you can try one small, radical thing. Pick one ordinary moment today. A meal, a conversation, a walk, a quiet minute. And don't treat it as the hallway to something better. Treat it as the room. Be all the way in it. Taste the food, hear the person, feel the ground under you. Just once. Stop waiting for your life to start. And notice that it already has. Let one moment be the destination instead of the corridor, because the truth is quieter and kinder than the waiting ever let you believe. Your number is never going to be called, because there was never a number. There is no gatekeeper, no permission, no later. There is only this, the room you're in, the day you're in, the people who are here, now, so you can keep your coat on and keep waiting for a life that starts somewhere else. Or you can set the bag down, stand up, and walk through the door. That was open the whole time. Your real life isn't ahead of you. It's the one you're in. It always was. You're allowed to start living it now.